Dear all, my name is Simonas Blažaitis. I'm a Trading Operations Manager at GET Baltic, and today I will introduce you to the NCM admission package for gas products at EEX. The package consists of 4 blocks of documentation. We will go over each block separately. We will begin with common forms and supporting documents that are mandatory for all admission models. First, we have the common forms. As part of the admission process, we will kindly ask you to fill out and have signed the attached Know Your Customer questionnaires. First, we have one common questionnaire dedicated to identifying new customers and the background of their activities. Please be aware that depending on the information provided within the questionnaire, further information and/or additional documents may be requested. Second, we have an additional questionnaire specifically dedicated to acquiring knowledge of your gas-related operations. Next, we have the supporting documents. So together with the forms found in the admission package, participants are required to provide the following supporting documents. Commercial registry extract, which should not be older than 3 months from the submission date. Please note that the full version of the extract is required, which should include basic company information such as addresses, lists of managing directors, capital, etc. If official state register website lists a digital or an online version of the extract, it has to be downloaded and submitted as a PDF file. Please note that all company information details in all documents must be entered exactly as they are declared in the commercial registry extract. Additionally, you will have to provide the financial statement and independent auditor's report from the last financial year. These documents must be signed, and if the translated version is not signed, please make sure to provide the signed version in your native language. Digital signatures are accepted. Finally, shareholder structure document should be presented as a chart, including all percentages of ownership up to the ultimate parent beneficial owner. Next, we have ECC Forms. First, we have the NCM 01 agreement, which is an application as a non-clearing member. With this form, you apply for admission as a non-clearing member, or an NCM in short, at ECC. Please be aware that the persons signing this agreement will be requested to perform a video identification according to the German Anti-Money Laundering Act. For this identification, the person must speak English, otherwise a power of attorney should be issued for a proxy who can. Second, we have the NCM 02 agreement, which is a trilateral agreement between you as the participant, your clearing member, and ECC. This agreement is signed first by your signatories, then it should be sent to your clearing member, and lastly to ECC. Next, we have the TP07 form. This form serves the purpose of an appropriate value-added tax classification of the trading participant in order to ensure adequate invoicing. Lastly, we have the gas-specific forms with which you are applying for approval as a trading participant in selected balancing areas. Please use only the applicable form for your situation. Up next, we have the EEX forms. Foremost, there is the A01 form, which is an application for admission as an exchange participant to selected markets of EEX. Additionally, in this form, you will be required to provide general data about your company and main contacts for various purposes of communication. Please note that an email address can only be linked to one specific person in our system. If someone wants to hold many functions with different email addresses, the contact must be named differently. They can be named as departments such as operations, back office, etc. Except for the central coordinator and security administrator for T7 admin GUI. This contact can only use a personal email address. Additionally, with the A01 form, it is required to provide a CV for one of the company's managing directors. the purpose of which is to check if managing director has experience and/or education in the economical or trading business. For this, managing director's LinkedIn profile can be submitted in PDF format, or an experience description from the company website or a free-form CV can be submitted as well. If managing director has little or no experience in the mentioned fields, GET Baltic participation can be listed as an additional experience. After that, we have the TO1 form, which is a form for order of technical access in which you will have to select preferred trading screen. Please note that gas spot products are only tradable with Trayport Joule or EEX Joule Direct. Next, we have the two optional forms that are only required for participants interested in trading on derivative markets. We have the TO8 form, which is needed for a broker to clear your trades which were not executed in EEX order book. And additionally, there's an option for an OTF agreement if you wish to be set up on the OTF market. Please note that the EEX Central Coordinator, which is appointed in the AO1 form, will receive access to EEX Member Section portal. The following EEX-related processes will then have to be performed within the portal, such as submission of exchange trader admission applications. Please note that all EEX exchange traders must fulfill at least one of the following qualification requirements. First, they have to have an EEX or OREX exam certificate not older than 3 years, or if the certificate is older than 3 years, but the trader has been actively trading in the past 3 years, the trader will be asked to personally declare the past experiences. However, GET Baltic experience does not count. Please note that the trainings and the exams are done in English and German languages only. The trainings may take approximately 20 minutes and can be done online at any time before the exam. And for the exam, users get 30 minutes to complete the exam. Additionally, please note that the fees for mandatory system trainings and the exams will not be applied to GET Baltic clients whose users have been active on the GET Baltic exchange by the 1st of October 2024. Last in the admission package, we have the reporting forms. To begin with, we have the REMIT agreement, which is mandatory for admission on the gas and power markets. Second, we have the MIFIR agreement, which is mandatory for admission on the derivatives market. And finally, there is the EMIR agreement, which is required only for EU-based companies which are active on the derivatives markets. Please note that the obligation to report lies with the market participant. You can check with your clearing member if they provide this service already. If not, please fill in this form. Additionally, there will be a step where your public IP address will need to be sent to the reporting services, but EEX customer care will confirm to you once this step can be completed. And finally, let's overview the specific requirements for the documents. So the documents are only accepted in English, French, or German. The forms will not be checked until all supporting documents have been received, and pre-filled forms should be sent for a preliminary check before having them signed by your signatories. Additionally, please note that there is a minimum capital requirement of 50,000 euros. For NCM participants, EEX has a 50,000 euro minimum requirement, which includes company equity, and ECC does not apply a minimum capital requirement for NCM participants. Please note that if this requirement is not met, customer care team will then provide you feedback whether a bank guarantee or a parental guarantee or a cash deposit is required or not. And finally, regarding the signatures, KYC and ECC forms can only be wet ink signed, while EEX forms and reporting agreements can be signed digitally. However, all forms are to be sent scanned. Thank you for your attention. Kindly note that GET Baltic sales team will be happy to assist you with any questions you might have before starting the admission process at EEX, and will guide you through the documentation stage. Thank you again.